Risking it all in marriage communication. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, my name is Angel Myers. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, author of Every Day I Do, How to Rewrite Your Vows After an Affair, and also the workbook due out in May. Today, I want to talk a little bit about what happens when you want to talk to your partner, but your fear is that you'll continue to feel misunderstood, maybe unheard, invisible, or that it's going to escalate into something a lot bigger. And the truth is that a lot of us can experience those fears time to time. You might feel anxious, you might feel afraid, you might feel a bit of disappointment, wanting to connect with your partner and share, but feeling as if the more that I try to connect, the more I feel misunderstood. But the truth is, without the communication, that it's difficult to be able to break that cycle of unhealthy connection. In fact, that the risk is your attempt to try to communicate with your partner, knowing that there are no guarantees that it's going to work. But what are some ways that we can show up to our partners that help to minimize that sense that we're going to be, again, misunderstood? Well, let's talk about it. So, the truth is, when you go to your partner, you first want to just make sure that you understand what your issue is. It's difficult for our partners to decode what we're feeling and what we're thinking if we ourselves don't know exactly what that is. So take some time. Think about what actually is upsetting you. Really sit down before you go to your partner. What's upsetting you? And then figure out what the deeper meaning, the message is underneath what you're feeling. Then figure out what actually you want to communicate to your partner. Articulate. So that might mean you sit down and you write out exactly what I'm feeling, why I'm upset, and what the real meaning, what this means to me that this thing happened that upset me in our relationship. So that when you go to your partner, you're able to really articulate exactly what it is that's bothering you. And the reason we want to do that because it's only 50% of the job where we're attempting to communicate to our partner what our concerns is. And if you were taking a test, 50% is only halfway to the A, only halfway to the passing. And you could fill in the blank with the other 50% and not fully understand exactly what the full message is. And so, what we want to do is minimize those occurrences, minimize those misunderstandings by filling in the other 50%, by getting to passing. And the way that we do that is not just in communicating what we want to share with our partners, but doing so in a way that makes it nearly impossible for them not to understand what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're saying. And we can do that by first taking the time to pause and, like I said, write down maybe why you're upset, what you're feeling, what that means to you, and then what message you really want to convey to your partner. When you do that, it's like dropping breadcrumbs each and every step along the way, knowing that your partner is picking them up side by side. You drop the crumb, they grab it. You drop another crumb of communication and they grab it. And the crumb is complete in itself. It's complete because you're giving them just enough to be able to understand that amount of information, but you're giving them another one right next to it so that they're following along. And as important as for them to know that they understand, you also are following along and you can see that they're tracking right with you. And that helps to ease our sense of discomfort in believing that our partner is not with us, is not present, not understanding. So it is a risk, and there are no guarantees, but without risk, there aren't the opportunities for reward and for gain. And it is key to our being able to really improve our communication, have healthier communication. And so that's a tidbit today. Take the risk today. Figure out what it is that you want to communicate to your partner. Understand what your feeling is behind it, why that messaging is important, and then articulate first with yourself how you want to be able to convey that message to your partner, and then do that. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.